This is what's pissing me off today. I'm Bob Pritchard. Well, I was in complete shock when I started to read the terms and conditions of the proposed peace settlement between Russia and Ukraine as orchestrated by Donald Trump. You know, I thought that Trump was a little slow on the uptake, not necessarily the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I had no idea that the blade was completely missing. This is one of the worst documents I think I've ever read. Think about it. Ukraine and Russia have been fighting for years now. Hundreds, if not thousands of people have died. Russia's targeting the civilian population, blowing up apartment buildings, and it's not like an accident because they're using smart weaponry. They can pick the window they want the bomb to go in, and that's exactly what they're doing, going after the civilian population. So what are the terms and conditions that Trump thinks will make this whole peace thing come together? Well, first thing is, Ukraine has to give up some of its land. Okay, so that doesn't sit too well with people, especially those who have lost lives and their families now having to come to grips with the fact that they're going to lose more land. Also, they have to compensate the Americans for the amount of money they've poured in weaponry to help stave off the Russians. Okay, that doesn't sit too well with anybody either. The coup de grace is that Ukraine would no longer be allowed to negotiate to join NATO, nor would the European powers or countries be in a position to put troops into Ukraine and set up a peacekeeping force. So what does it really come down to? Well, Ukraine loses, Russia wins, Trump is the big hero, except nobody on the planet seems to be buying into it except, well, Trump and Putin. Makes you wonder how stupid one person could possibly be. Not that we didn't think that Trump couldn't hit rock bottom in new ways that none of us had ever thought of. Makes you wonder about some of the stories you see in social media about whether Putin has incriminating pictures of the Donald doing things that he just wouldn't want to have released under any circumstances. A little blackmail here and there. Maybe it's the Epstein files. Who the heck knows what's going on? But when you come right down to it, something is really wrong, or Donald Trump is just a blithering idiot, which is entirely a strong possibility given his lack of ability at doing pretty much anything as President of the United States. I hate to say this, but I think that war should continue until they reach a point where they have some sort of a standoff that makes sense. You just can't order a country after years of fighting to give up when they're winning. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And more than that, that's what's pissing me off today. I'm Bob Pritchard.